Kia ora. Thanks for tuning in. This video explains the simplified connected literacy framework that has been designed to support teachers to better understand and implement Te Mātaiaho English for years 0 to 6. In two previous videos, I outlined the structure of Te Mātaiaho English, and my other video shows the key aspects that the curriculum asks us to teach and where to find them within the structure. But I get it. It's a lot. But the curriculum's really good though. It's like how Edward de Bono would say, it's ebony. It's definitely excellent, but it's not enough. And this is how I feel about the refreshed English learning area. There's heaps more detail, more than ever before, but there's just so much that it can be quite overwhelming. And while we're told that we should be connecting it and combining it all together to enhance learning, we'd have to sift through it all and make those connections for ourselves. Also, because it's been written for teachers in academic language, some of the complexities in the language are going to make explicit teaching difficult for some and possibly lead to some inconsistencies in delivery. So how do we go from excellent but not enough to excellent and definitely enough? We reframe it, that's all. We take all the good stuff that's already there and we simplify both the structure as well as the language so everyone can understand it better. And we connect the content across the strands so teachers can plan more meaningful programs and learning experiences. And that's what the SC Lit framework does. It takes the entire learning area, all 3 strands, 11 sub-strands and 39 separate focus areas, and reorganises it to sit under 14 interrelated connected aspects, and makes it more user-friendly by rewriting the sequence statements for each year group in student-friendly language, and of course adding some awesome visuals. Let's take a closer look. The 14 aspects are outlined here, and the visuals and the characters are optional though. It's just a way that lots of my schools are already making literacy visible for their students, so we've kept with it. Each aspect has a one-page overview showing how the aspect progresses across year 0 to 6. Then there are teacher and student summary slides that explain what each aspect is all about. Here's an example of one of the teacher slides. And here's a student slide explaining it in more student-friendly language. For each of the 14 aspects, there are statements in student-friendly language that tell teachers what students need to learn. These are taken directly from Te Mātaiaho English, and here's an example of something children learn during the 3rd year, and you can see the language from the New Zealand curriculum on the left. Here's another example for during year 6. The slides are editable too, so you can change them to suit your ākonga. And there's a map so you can navigate your way around the framework where you identify what the kids need and then you can see exactly where you go to find it. And there are tables that show you exactly how it aligns back to the components of the English curriculum. As I said earlier, the curriculum's great as it is, but there are some extra benefits from using the simplified connected literacy framework. Everyone will better understand what needs to be taught. You'll be able to cover all 3 strands within your 2 hours a day. It'll help with explicit teaching and modelling. It'll reduce cognitive overload for teachers and students. You'll be able to assess for learning and notice and respond to what students are showing you. It'll be easier to use self and peer assessment. You'll be able to involve ākonga in goal setting, increase their mental velcro and make the learning really stick, and give relevant feedback, like you can see in the examples here where the visuals have also been used. The framework also supports the science of learning in terms of elements like cognitive load theory, in building schema, and of course explicit teaching. With the heavy emphasis in the framework on word recognition and language comprehension, the simple view of reading is incorporated, as is Scarborough's reading rope and the active view of reading. So that's it. You can find the framework and get a free sample in my Teachers Pay Teachers store. Alternatively, get in touch and I'll answer any questions. Ngā mihi.